Hello everyone, a return to Zaporizhia in this video, and Russia has attacked Robotyne again, this time actually entering the town itself. This was yesterday I believe, February the 24th. I have a few video clips for you, and I'm going to go through each one and the geolocation separately. This first video shows Russian armoured vehicles driving into the settlement and engaging Ukrainian positions with their cannons. We drive through some smoke, and then there's a cut in the video, and we see one of the vehicles emerge. The other one may have been destroyed or it may have parked up somewhere in the town. However, this is Russian drone footage, so the cut is very suspicious. I think somewhere in the cut we miss seeing the other vehicle getting hit. Otherwise, why bother cutting it? Let's check the geolocation. So this was here, the two vehicles moving west to east and actually inside the settlement itself. Now, I'm going to have a look at the second clip now. This one shows Russia's 70th Motorized Rifle Regiment in two BMP-3s advancing, engaging Ukrainian positions and dismounting troops. I'm going to play it with the original Russian commentary. I couldn't find a translated version, so apologies. And it's about 3 minutes long, and I can't really waffle on for that long. I'd run out of things to say. Afterwards, I'll have a look at the geolocation, so I'll play the clip now for you. Now this is a long video, so I've put the full version with the original Russian sound and Russian commentary on my Patreon page for free, if anybody wants to check it out. It's about 3 minutes long, and I can't really waffle on for 3 minutes about what's going on in the clip. But basically we see two BMP-3s enter a town, then split up, and each one deposit troops at a different area. One of them, the troops dismount near a post office, the other one more in the centre of the town. So quite an interesting video that. Here are the routes taken. The BMP-3 is attacking from the south and into the town. One, highlighted in red, we followed until it dropped troops off near a post office in order to secure that area. The other BMP-3 continued partway up a central road and deposited troops there. Now, there was little incoming fire of the Russian vehicles, which is concerning. These two BMP-3s made it into the centre of town, dismounted troops, and left without being hit, and with little incoming fire at them. The ones at the post office were notably very vulnerable to drone or artillery strikes whilst there, but as we saw, none came. Now, if this was the only footage we had, I would expect we could say that Robotyne had fallen, and I expect this is the only footage that Russia shares to its shills. But it isn't, and I'll get to that in just a moment. First, here is this attack added to the map. So the town was attacked from the south and the west, with one BMP likely destroyed in the town because of the cut that we saw. I saw no wreckage though on the second video, so I expect the second video occurred first, and then the two BMPs made their run from the west heading towards the east, with one disappearing. Now, our next video. This video shows Ukraine did have drones in the air. This clip, which is poor quality, shows an FPV drone finishing off an abandoned BMP-3. Another abandoned BMP-3 is also seen in the video. So Russia did suffer vehicle losses here. I'm not sure what hit these BMPs initially, or if these were the same ones we saw dismounted troops or not. But as you can see, the geolocation doesn't really solve the mystery. The BMPs were in the area of a blue marker, and this is a bit too far from the town to tell if these were the same BMPs hit, pulling back or not, or different ones from a different push. Multiple BMPs were used here, so unfortunately, I can't say for sure. Here is the final clip. This shows us the aftermath. A number of destroyed BMP-3s and the turretless tank in Robotyne itself. It also shows us the aftermath of the attempt to gain one of the positions where troops have dismounted, the one near the post office, which I've had to cut. But needless to say, the post office wasn't doubling as a massage parlour, as there was no happy ending for the Russians. I don't have a geolocation for this final video, but they're all scattered within the settlement itself. So despite the lack of initial fire, this attack also failed. I wonder if this was deliberate by Ukraine here. Let the troops dismount, let Russia put BMPs and tanks move in, and then clobber them unawares. A bit of a trap, maybe. So, Robotyne holds, though admittedly it is in a very precarious position, beset on all sides by Russian positions. Ideally, during last summer's counter-offensive, Kopane, Novopokrovka, possibly Verbova, would ideally have been taken to make Robotyne more secure. Hopefully, Ukraine can get the ammo needed to properly defend the town. Maybe eat up some of the Russian forces here, and then launch another counter-offensive to gain some of the weakened settlements. Here it is zoomed out, so it's in Zaporizhia. Now, I saw Russia using the BMP-3s here, so they have committed better and more modern equipment than the usual BMP-1s and BMP-2s that we often see. The BMP-3 is also better and more suited to this sort of role than the BTR-80s and BTR-82s that we saw deployed around Avdiivka in high numbers. So Russia seems to be quite committed to this push. We are going to have to wait and see how things develop here. I expect this won't be the first time we see Russia launch an attack here. Whether Ukraine can hold or not, who knows? We are going to have to wait and see, and keep an eye on this area to see how things develop. Now, before we finish, I'm going to play a video about a new fundraiser for a 3D. Now, before we finish, I'm going to play a video about a new fundraiser for the 3D printing workshop who we've featured on the channel in the past. They wanted to buy a car and some additional tools to help their operations. The donation link, which they request to be PayPal, is in the description. Thanks so much for watching, and take care, everybody.
Hello to everyone, this is Volunteer Engineering Group again, and we turn to you for your help. We have urgent request from the 3rd border outpost for buying car. Approximately price $5,000 and $1,000 plus for technical support before sending to the front. As usual, we're grateful for your help, and we need to continue to buy some filament and different type of plastic for continue our job. We need buying parts for printer which we have already, and for new one to increase number of products. I'm grateful for all who support us